Hi there, this is General Lexo from Pro Tutorials, and today I'm going to do a step-by-step complete review about GetResponse. So by the end of this video, we'll have a clear idea of what exactly is GetResponse and why this is an ideal solution if you want to start building an email list or even if you already have one. One thing I recommend for you to immediately do, because it's completely free, is for you to get their 30-day free trial, which doesn't cost anything, and it's a great way for you to try out their system and see if you like it. For this, it's very easy. Just go right below to the description from this video, click on the link that you see over there, and get an account with GetResponse. Anyway, what exactly is GetResponse and why should you get it? Well, one of their main features, because of course their service comes with many other features, but one of their main features and one of the main reasons for you to get GetResponse is because of their autoresponder. Because if you want to start building an email list, then of course you don't want to manually send messages to your subscribers, because just imagine that in a month you would get 30, 40 or even more subscribers, and anytime that you got someone, you would need to send them a welcoming message and also a sequence of messages manually. As you can imagine, that would be very boring, very time consuming, and certainly something that you would want to avoid. And one of the great things about building an online business is that you can optimize a great part of your business by using services similar to GetResponse. Because with GetResponse, you get their autoresponder, which allows you to automatically schedule and send the messages that you want to your subscribers. And basically what you need to do is craft those messages, schedule them. You can basically set the time, the date that you want those messages to be sent automatically to your subscribers. And then of course you need to have a way for your subscribers to opt in. This is something that you can do throughout their service, which I'm going to explain later on. And whenever someone subscribes to you, those messages then are sent automatically to those subscribers. So this is one of the main reasons for you to use GetResponse, is because of their autoresponder. Of course, there are other things that I like a lot about GetResponse. One of them is their interface, as you can see, and later on you will see more in detail. It's very easy, very clean for you to use. Also, the other thing is that I have a lot of video tutorials basically teaching you how you can grow your email list and also succeed in building an email list. So you have plenty of video tutorials inside of their system. And this is their front page. As you may see, you may want to go to their front page so you can get more information. And one thing I like about GetResponse is, actually you cannot see in this image, but there was an image below before where they have this drag and drop system, which allows you to basically customize your landing pages, your emails, whatever way that you want very easily, because you can drag and drop, for example, titles, images, videos, whatever you want into your landing pages or into your emails, as you will see later on. And you can see over here, actually this is the email customizer that they have. It has a drag and drop system, as you will see later on, which is really great because it allows you to very easily customize your emails. As you can see, this is a company that is trusted by very famous brands out there, such as Furby, Citroën, Technorati. So as you can see, this pretty much speaks about the quality, the high quality that you should expect by using GetResponse. And the last thing I want to talk about here is about the pricing, because of course that is quite important. Now, if you are starting out and you still aren't exactly certain how you are going to build your email list, you're a complete newbie, then their basic package is pretty much what you need, because it comes with the basic options and it's only $15 per month. So this is an ideal package if you're a newbie. Now, if you have the idea that you want to do your own webinars, which is a great way for you to promote your own products or products belong to other people, then you can always get the second package, which is the Pro package, which allows you to have webinars up to 100 attendees. So this is a great package for that. It also comes with an extra feature, which is called multi-user 3 users, which is something that also comes with the second package. Now, if you already have an idea that you will have webinars with more people, then you might want to go with the Maximum package, because this allows you to have webinars up to 500 attendees, which is something that you may want to get. It also comes with another feature, which is the Salesforce integration. Now, if you want to get the complete features, everything included and so on, Then you might want to get the last package, which is the enterprise package. And you might want to check this information so you can get more details and even schedule a demo so you can get a demonstration of their last package and a better idea of what exactly you will get. This gives you an idea of whether you want or not to get the enterprise package. So this is basically what I want to talk about in their front page. Now let's check their backend so you can get a better idea of what exactly you get inside of GetResponse. Okay, so once you register an account with GetResponse and log in, this is the first page that you will be able to see. And this is the dashboard section of your account. And in the dashboard section, you have the navigation bar on the top section, which allows you to configure the several options that you can see over here, and which I'm going to go more in detail later on and explain better each option that you can see. Anyway, one of the first things that you may want to do is go to your avatar and go to manage account to change the settings over there of your account if you want to do that. In the dashboard section, this is basically the command center of your GetResponse account. It's where you are able to easily see the number of people that subscribe to a particular list that you have, the list size that you have, and so on. So this is where you can see quickly all of that information. And also what I recommend for you to do is watch this video. Basically this video explains what I'm going to explain throughout this video, but I'm going more in detail with each particular setting that you can find inside of GetResponse. But this video is pretty good. You can also sign up to get their free webinar. I mean, I always recommend for you to do this. It's free, you don't lose anything, and you get to learn more about GetResponse and how you can actually build your list. You can also schedule your free consultation. Once again, I recommend for you to take advantage of all of this because it's free, you don't lose anything, and you actually get to learn more about how you can build your list. Anyway, as you can see, this is widgets. And this is one thing I really like about GetResponse because they actually changed their dashboard section and now it's far more fluid than before. As you can see, these are widgets, and you can even add new widgets. You can easily move them around just by selecting over here the top section. You can see that you can move things around very easily. And if you want to remove a particular widget, you just need to go over here to over here you can see that you have this option to remove widget, and it allows you to remove this widget. You can also go over here to the toolbar so you can see other options, and then once again you can remove widget, but you can also select the time frame that you want to see this information over here. Anyway, if you want to have more widgets, you just need to click on this plus sign, add new widget, and you have all of these different widgets that you can add to your dashboard. It's pretty simple for you to do it. You just need to select this plus sign. You can also see that it has some information about each specific widget so you can get a better idea of what exactly they are. Now I'm just going to add one. I believe it won't show any kind of information because this is a new account, so you can see the number of subscribers. This allows you to see your progress. If a particular advertisement that you are using, for example in Facebook, is actually helping you build your list. And you can see this information over here by the number of subscribers that you are getting. So this is a widget that you can add. Now let's go to the first option over here, which is contacts. So in the contact section is where you can pretty much manage all of the contacts that you have inside of your GetResponse account, and you can see the several lists that you have on your account. You can see that at the moment I have two different lists. I have this one that I actually created just to try out a few options inside of GetResponse, and I have this one that comes as a default list once I create a GetResponse account. Once you are using the free trial, you can add it up to 1,000 contacts. That's actually a lot of contacts, and if you have that amount of contacts, even with less, even with half of these contacts, if you know exactly what you are doing, you can actually do a lot of money by having an email list, and you don't even need to get to this amount over here, which is which is really a lot of contacts actually. Now, if you want to add contacts to a particular list that you have integrated inside of your GetResponse account, it's pretty simple. You just click on this button that says Add Contacts for you to be able to do that. And you can either add them manually, this means one by one, but of course you need to know that person's email address so you are able to do this. And of course it's going to be very time consuming, especially if you have plenty of contacts that you want to add to a particular list that you have inside of GetResponse, of your GetResponse account. Now, if you were previously using another email service, then you may want to get the file with all of the contacts from that email service that you were using prior and just upload it to your GetResponse account. That is a far easier way for you to add all of the contacts that you had before to GetResponse, to your GetResponse account. Anyway, let's go back, and for you to go back, it's very simple. You just go over here, and you can see that once I over this section, I can easily assess any of these options, and I'm just going back to the contacts. For you to create a list, you just click on this button over here that says Create List. The first thing that you need to add over here is, of course, a name for your list. This might be the name of your website so you can easily remember what exactly that list is, or the niche that you are integrated or that you are trying to build a list for. Let's say that I'm trying to build the diet and fitness niche. Let's call this demo. Let's see if this actually works. And you can see that now I have a new list over here, diet and fitness list. If I was integrated in this niche, this would be exactly what I would do. And this is just a name so you can easily remember what exactly this list is about. And once I over this section with 3 dots that you can see, you can add contacts to this specific list. This list has a default list. You can also show contacts to see all of the contacts that you have inside of that list, the newsletters that you sent to that list, and also the autoresponder. This allows you to see the sequence of messages that you have optimized to send to that particular list, and you can also delete this list if you want. The first thing I recommend for you to do is go to the settings of that particular list so you can change a few options of that new list that you have. So over here you can go to the general section, change the name of the list. You can add a title so you can more easily remember what that list is about. Actually, I'm having trouble over here writing this. And also the description over here, just diet and fitness tips. And choose a category. Let's see over here, health and beauty. It's probably not exactly the best one. Healthcare, probably. And language, I'm not going to leave this Portuguese, otherwise nobody would understand what exactly my messages would be about. So over here you want to include the language of the list that you are sending, the messages that you are sending, the language in which they are. So address USA, actually it's EU, and over here company, let's put whatever, it doesn't really matter, but you put your company over here, city Lisbon, zip code Portugal, and you just see if all of this information is exactly the way that you want. And over here I'm just going to put province and save general settings, and that is pretty much what you need to do over here. Just put all of the information that you want. Then you go to subscription. The first option, subscription notifications, this means that each time that someone subscribes to your email list, you will receive a notification to your email address. Now, this really depends on the number of subscribers that you are getting in a particular day. I mean, if you're getting like 1 or 2 subscribers, it's probably not something that is quite annoying. Now, if you are getting 10, 20 subscribers each day, then it gets really annoying because your email address starts getting flooded with constantly with new messages from GetResponse, and that might be quite annoying. So it's really up to you if you want to receive these notifications or not. If you are starting out and you are starting out with your first email listing, then it's probably something that you want because it always gives you an idea that you're getting new subscribers, and it kind of gives you a motivational boost, and it's something that you may want to add. Over here, I don't have these options. I just leave the standard option. That means that once someone subscribes to my list, they will receive an email asking if they actually want to belong to my list. So I don't have these options over here. Don't consider them that important. You might want to check each of these pages so you can get a better look of how exactly they look like. Thanks you for subscribing. Actually, you can later on change this if you want. And that is pretty much. Over here I actually didn't change anything, but if you make any kind of changes, you may want to save subscription settings. Confirmation message. This is basically the message, the first message that your subscriber will receive to their email inbox, asking if they actually want to belong to your list. This is a message that you may want to change depending on your needs. This is how it looks like. It's not something that is that important. I really don't really change any of this information, but you may want to change it. Once someone subscribes to your list, they will receive this message, and they will receive a link that they need to click so they can confirm that they actually want to belong to your list. So it's pretty much just that, but it's something that I really don't pay much attention to, but you may want to make a few changes over here if you want. Anyway, let's go back to contacts. So in this section, you can send a newsletter to a particular list that you have inside of your GetResponse account. Now, newsletters is something that is often used when you want to instantly send a message to your list. And commonly this can be, for example, a discount that you have on a particular product and you want to notify everyone belonging to your list. Or it can be because of a special event that is going to happen and you want to notify your list about that. Now, when it comes to newsletter, it's very different compared to the messages that later on you are going to have to your autoresponder. By this I mean this is a message that once you send, only the people who already belong to your email list will receive that message. So once you send that newsletter, let's say that after 2 minutes someone subscribes to that same list, that person won't receive your newsletter. So this option is only used when you want to instantly send a message to the people who already belong to your list. Now, for you to create a newsletter, it's pretty simple. You just click on this option and then you write the email that you want to send to your subscribers. Now let's talk about one of the most important options, which is of course autoresponder, and this is one of the main reasons why you want to use GetResponse. So once you create a list, you need to select a list that where you want to start creating your autoresponder. As I said before, an autoresponder allows you to, this option allows you to set the sequence of messages that you want to send to your subscribers, and this is great because this will later on be done. Everything will be done automatically and you don't need to do this task manually. So you can see that this list is completely empty. I don't have anything. For me to start creating a message for this list, I just select this option where you see create new. So this first line is just an identifier so you can more easily remember where this message actually belongs, or to which list this message actually belongs. So when it comes to this, I'm just going to put over here diet for this, and this is the first message that my subscriber will receive. This means that after they receive the message where they accepted that they want to receive the messages belonging to my list, this is the welcoming message, or the message where you will send the link to the freebie to your subscribers. So when it comes to this is day 0 because this is the first message that they will receive. I'm going to choose the list where I want to have this message. So it's a diet and fitness niche or diet and fitness list. And it will be sent immediately because I want people, people actually don't like to wait when it comes to their first message. Now, when it comes to enable on, when it comes to my first message, I just select everything. Now, when it comes to the second and third message, this is something that changes depending on the niche that you are in, because in some niches, people simply don't go to their email inbox during Saturday and Sunday, and it may be something that you may want to exclude for your other messages or for the messages that come next to your welcoming message. Now, of course, if you already created another message, you may want to choose message so you can easily use that template for the message that you are creating now. This is something that is a good option once you created your first message because it allows you for your next messages to use the same template and you don't need to go through the trouble of selecting the similar template and so on, as I'm going to show to you now. So in this case, this is my first message, so I don't have that, and I'm just going to use this option, create new email. So message name, I'm just going to call this email 00, just to remember that this is the first message that I will send to my subscriber. This is not a line that my subscribers will be able to see. Then this is the subject line. This is the title that your subscriber will be able to see inside of their email inbox once they receive this message from you. So this is, let's say, a freebie. Get your, let's say, 20, 30. So this is my subject line. I just say over here freebie or bonus or for whatever you want to refer to your first message, just to give your subscriber an idea of what exactly is this message once they receive it inside of their inbox. I'm just going to leave this email address. You may want to change this depending on what you want to do with your list. And now I'm just going to press next step. And I'm going to choose the template that I want to use. When it comes to templates, as you may see, there's plenty of pre-made templates that you can use for your emails. Or if you want, you can also go with the plain text, which basically doesn't have any kind of design. And you can add just text to the message if you want something that is super simple. Now, when it comes to this, let me see if I can find something for fitness. Actually, this one's super fitness. So this seems like a good template for fitness. Gym. This is for gym. So as you can see, there's a lot of different designs that you can choose, so you can start using. But in this case, I'm just going to use this one that is for fitness, because this is a fitness and diet list. So I'm just going to use this template. Okay, so this is the email editor that I was previously talking about that has the drag and drop system, which allows you to very easily configure your emails any way that you want. By this I mean you have this section, this sidebar section, where you have several options that you simply need to select, drag them to your email body, and just leave them. And as you can see, you can immediately add an image over here. And by adding this section, I can double click on it, and I can get an image from their iStock gallery, and you can see that you have plenty of free images that you can use. Or you can go to My Images, and you can go to Upload from URL if you have an image belonging to a particular URL. You can do that, or you can also upload from your computer. So in this case, I'm going to the iStock, and I'm going to choose an image that I want to use for this email. So it has to be something related to fitness. So for this, I like, let's say this one, because it has women. They look healthy, they look good, and I like it. So I'm going to exclude this option, and for me to exclude a particular option, I just over it and I just click on this this option that says remove block, and you can see that it immediately deletes it. I'm also going to delete this block over here. Now for me to increase this image because it looks way too small for my email, I just click on the side, as you can see over here on the side. This allows me to increase the image a bit. And now I just select this section and I just use this option so I can just fill all of the spacing just like this, and it looks good. Now you may want to change over here if you want the brand of your company or if your website appearing over here, you certainly want to change this logo or even remove it and just make your message really that simple. As you can see, this is a very simple template. I actually like this type of templates for my emails. It looks really simple. This is the title of my email, so get your freebie. And what you want to do for your first email is, of course, you want to add a link over here so someone can easily access their freebie. So in this case, I'm going over here, click here, and I'm actually not going to change this test because I'm not going to waste time with that. But it's pretty simple. As you can see, you have over here, once you select this section, a test section, you can very easily format your test whatever way that you want, including changing the font family for your test. Whatever you want to do, you can easily do it by using these options. So in this case, it's a link that I'm going to do this over here. I'm going to select this test. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to align this to the center so people can see it more easily. Increase the sizing a bit. Let's say 22 pixels. And I'm going to choose this insert edit link so I can add a link over here. So I'm just going to add the URL, let's say to my website or to Amazon or whatever, or wherever you have your freebie. So let's say to my website, and basically this will be the first message. Of course, you can edit all of these options. As you can see, once I over a particular section, it allows me to edit once I click on it. And I recommend for you to do this, of course. But I'm just showing to you all of these options really quickly. And if you want to add a social sharing buttons, you can also do that by clicking on this option on the sidebar, social sharing buttons. PayPal, you actually need to integrate this option. If you want to add buying buttons to your emails, you can also do that, which is pretty good. Then you have history. If you want to go back a step, let's say if I wanted to go to how my email looked initially, I can select this first step or first option over here. So I'm able to do that. So this allows you to basically go back in your message. Then you can do a mobile preview so you can get a better idea of how exactly it will look on mobile, and also over here on tablet, so you can get a better idea, or a landscape view in this case, and you can get a better idea of how exactly it will look like. Okay, so actually my image for some reason disappeared over here, but it's appearing over here, so it's not a big deal. And once you have everything done, you can also change the background color if you want, but I'm not going to do that. Once you have everything done, you just need to press next step, or you can save it as a draft if you want to later on still edit your email before you actually publish it. But in this case, I'm just going to next step, and I'm going to publish this first email and save and publish so it can be published on my autoresponder. So this email, once someone subscribes, will be sent automatically to my subscriber. Then of course what you want to do is add your second email. Just go over here to create new email. Once again, I'm going to call this diet. This is going to be day 1 or day 2, whatever. And I'm actually going to exclude Saturday and Sunday for this one. Let's see that people who belong to this niche don't go to their email inbox during these days of the week, so I'm going to exclude that. Make sure that you are selecting the right list, because you certainly don't want to send this message to a list that is about internet marketing, for example, or otherwise people wouldn't understand why they are actually receiving that message from you. And when it comes to send message, I like to send the message same time sign up. That means that this person or the person who subscribed to my email list will receive my message at the same time that they subscribe to my email list, because there's a good probability that person will be online during the same time that they actually sign up to my email list. Or if you want to make things look more natural, which is quite important, you might actually put a small delay of an hour, so you are able to do that. You can do this with a couple of your messages, so your email sequence will look more natural, and you aren't always sending messages to that person at the same time that they actually sign up. So once that is done, what you can do is you can go to choose message, so you can grab a template that you already have done. As you can see, I have over here several ones, but I'm going to use this one for this email. And of course you want to edit the message, because of course you don't want to send the same content that you used for your second message, for your first message I mean. So this is email 1, how to get fit in 10 days. So I'm just inventing over here. So this is the second message that I will send to my subscribers. Of course you want to change the content, but because you can see that this is the same content that I use for my welcoming message, you want to change that. But I just choose the same template because this allows me to more easily craft my messages for my sequence of emails. So everything is done. I'm just going to save and publish, and basically this is how you build an autoresponder. So you start adding emails to the sequence that you have over here. So now I have my second message, as you can see. Then you have other options inside of your autoresponder, such as drafts to see the messages that you still haven't published. You also have statics, which is quite important because this allows you to later on see if your first, second, third message, the opening rate, the clicks that you are getting to your messages. So this allows you to see the engagement of your subscribers, which is also a very important part when it comes to email marketing. Now let's go to the automation section. Okay, this option over here, automation, is a very good option when it comes to email marketing, but it's kind of a complex thing for me to explain just in a few minutes. And I recommend for you to watch the video below. But automation basically allows you to decide what you want to do with your subscribers when a particular event happens. Let's say that you get a new subscriber and that subscriber doesn't open your email during 5-6 days because probably they didn't see your first email. So what you can do is, by using automation, you can decide that you want to send a new welcoming message to that subscriber. So this is something that you can do when it comes to automation, and this is a very good option that I recommend for you to check more information, because it allows you to add conditions to your subscribers. So you can watch this video for that and get a better idea. Then you have landing pages. Landing pages from GetResponse is a great option because without you even having or needing a website, you can build amazing looking and professional looking landing pages, such as squeeze pages, where you can start building your email list. Now, if you don't know what a squeeze page is, it's basically a single page without any kind of links, any kind of distractions, that is only made so you can, or built so you can easily capture email addresses from people. And you can watch this video so you can get a better understanding of this option. But when it comes to their landing page, there is they have once again that drag and drop system, which allows you to very easily create landing pages. So I go over here to create page. I can choose a template that they have over here, a pre-made template for this. So when it comes to this, I want to use Optin Optin pages, so I can get subscribers. So for this, I'm going to use, let's check this template, because this is for fitness, and I would use this template for fitness. Of course, you can always create your own one if you want, but I'm just giving you here a quick idea of how you can do this. So you can use a template, and as you can see, this template looks very professional. I would probably just remove a few things and make it look a bit more simple. Just keep this first section over here and just remove everything over here below. But once again, you can see that you have this drag and drop system from GetResponse, and over here you can add whatever you want, such as a test box, wherever you want, images, delete them. I recommend for you to use this landing page editor that they have, especially if you don't have a website already. And even if you have a website, you can always use this option, because often if you have, for example, a WordPress website, and if you wanted to make a good looking squeeze page, often you would need to use tools outside of WordPress, such as Leadpages, Clickfunnels, and I mean, that is more money that you need to invest so you can have those tools. And if you are starting out, probably you just want to keep things as cheap as possible, and you can always use this GetResponse landing page editor. It's good enough for you to get started, and then later on pass to Leadpages or Clickfunnels if you want. But as you can see, you can pretty much change everything that you want over here. And this is their, you can even add over here social media buttons if you want. You can add videos. In this case, this is for webinars, but you also have over here an option where you can add videos. This is for desktop, but you can also see it for mobile. Just by selecting this option, you can do a preview if you want before you publish this landing page, so you can get a better idea of how exactly it looks like. And once you are done, you just press next step and proceed with a mobile version. Of course, you probably need to configure this for mobile. Add a page title. I'm just showing this really quickly so you can get an idea of how exactly this works. And this is the URL for your landing page. This already exists, as they say over here. So this means this is a URL that someone will go so they can find your landing page. Of course, if you have a website, you can always use your domain for this. In this case, I'm not going to do that. And what is important for you to choose is the list that you want to add your subscribers. So for this, in this case, it's to the diet fitness list, and it will start in the first message that I have. And actually for this, I can choose if you have your website, you can always add a custom URL for this. Actually, I recommend for you to have I mean, if you are starting out, probably you won't need this, but if you have a website, I always recommend for you to have a custom thank you page, because in that page you can always promote some products, and it's a great way for you to promote some products. Now, if you don't have it, just use the default option for this and you're good to go. And you have your first landing page that you can start promoting. You can start promoting this this URL over here, so you can start getting subscribers to your email list. So you can view my landing page online, so you can get a better idea of how exactly it looks like. So when someone goes to this URL, of course I would need to spend some time editing this, so I would get something that looks good. I may actually do a more exclusive video just talking about GetResponse landing pages, so I can go more in depth about this, but this is just a general video, so I'm just talking about most things over here. You also have this webinar option if you want to create webinars, but I'm just going to over here to forms and surveys, because this is also a very important option inside of GetResponse. So once again, you have a video over here that basically explains how you can create a contact form. This is one thing I really like about GetResponse, is all of these video tutorials that they have explaining everything in great detail about how you can use their system. Anyway, for you to create your first contact form, or contact forms, I mean opt-in form, you just press on this button over here. And once again, you will have several templates that you can use, or you can also create your own one. So for this, I'm just going to use, let's say this one. Use this template, which is pretty simple. So once again, just like anything inside of GetResponse, you have pretty much this drag and drop system that you can very easily use. So you can customize, in this case, your submission form or sign up form. And in this case, I'm actually already, this is pretty standard over here. As you can see, this is the pretty standard options. And for you to change one of these options, you just go over here to you select the box or the option that you want to change, and you go to style. In this case, this is for my button, which I can change. Actually, I'm going to change over here the test, get my freebie, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to increase the sizing a bit over here, just like that, and I'm going to change the style. I'm going to use the same font family. You can change this if you want. Also the color for your font, if you want to choose a different test color, you can also do that. You can also have another color, let's say red over here, just like this, or yellow. I'm just going to leave red. Once someone overs this button, what is the color that you may want to use? Let's say white, or actually let's put another color. Let's put let's go to another. This is basically pink, but I'm just going to leave this one. And if you want to use borders, you can also add borders. As you can see now, I have a border over here. Also have a radius, so my button looks a bit, let's choose actually border over here, and yeah, I have over here a button. And let's, if you want the shadow, as you can see, you can pretty much choose and change over here the options any way that you want. When it comes to sign up box, I like to keep things very simple. If I don't need to ask someone's name, I just exclude that option and just leave it like this. Now I'm actually going to decrease the sizing a bit over here because this is way too big. As you can see, it's very easy for you to configure your box any way that you want. I'm just explaining everything more quickly. As you can see, once I select the box, if I want to be more precise when it comes to the sizing of my box, I just go over here to layout and just do this, and then just increase over here the box a bit so we'll fill more of this spacing and try to align everything. It seems everything is aligned. And actually, I'm going to put over here the main title, get my 20, I don't actually remember exactly what was my offer, 20 tips book. So I'm just writing this and doing everything very quickly so you can get a good idea of what exactly you can do. So if you want to add an extra option over here, this is basically everything that you need. In most cases, it's just some place where someone can add their email address, a button, so a really bold button so people can easily see it and click on it. But if you want to add more options, you can always go over here to predefined fields and add more options over here, such as the age, if you want to ask the age of someone, the phone number. This really depends on what you are trying to accomplish when it comes to your contact form. But this is the most simple thing that you need. So when it comes to this, I'm actually going to change I'm actually going to add over here a border for this, and change the color for my, this looks quite ugly. I'm not saying that you of course you want to spend more time trying to configure this or even use one of their pre-made templates for this, but This looks quite ugly, but you can always put over here the privacy, so it builds more, people trust more in leaving their email address over here. And once that is done, you just need to save and publish. So once you have your contact form done, this is the JavaScript code that you need to insert inside of your website. So I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to my website so I can insert this over there. So in my case, I'm using a WordPress website. So for you, it might be different if you aren't using a WordPress website. But I'm going to insert this to my sidebar. You can also insert it into the footer section of your website or whatever you want. When it comes to this, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to show to you how you can insert into your sidebar. So I'm going to the back end of my website. I'm going to the widgets section over here, widgets, and I'm going to select the test widget, and I'm just going to put over here on the test section, on the sidebar section of my website, just by going over on the top, just like this. And you can see that once this window opens up, you want to go to the test tab, and it's pretty much the same thing. If you wanted to insert in a page on the footer section of your website, you just grab this coding and just paste it where you want to have your submission form. So once this is done, I'm going to refresh my website. I'm not certain if this actually will appear because I have my cache plugin activated, but actually it's appearing, as you may see. And of course, it's way too big. It's way too big for my sidebar. This is something that often you need to later on edit until you have the right sizing that you want. But you can see that it already works. And once someone goes to this contact form and they insert their email address, they will be enlisted on my email list and they will start receiving the emails that I have automated for them. So basically, that is all for GetResponse. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to get their free trial, once again, you have the link right below in the description from this video. If you have any question related to GetResponse and you would like to know something more in detail, just leave a comment right below in the comment section from this video. I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share a lot of tips related to internet marketing and a lot more. Stay there, stay tuned with Process Tutorials, and bye. I'm calling for you.